Let's just get right through it. I got all kinds of shit to do. So, that's my stuff. Your buzz is wearing off, dude. You need to re-up it. You gotta re-up it. Just wait a second. Let's just look at this fucking tweet here and let this tweet sink in for a second. Cause alright. So yo, what's going on there, Nate? How you doing, buddy? Got Raider 7, we got Arrogant. What's up? What's up? What's up? Dude. Alright. So, you know, me and Vicky used to be friends, and clearly we're not anymore. And she's fucking flexing on me with the Mike stuff because, you know, we're going at Mike a little bit, saying that it's not his book. And then Vicky, you know, tweets this shit. And it was like, really, are you ready? And like, I did the tweet, I started typing out, and was like, fuck this shit. You know, somebody was like, you should monetize it. You know, I'm not monetized, but I'll definitely make some content out of it. And it's just easier to talk about it than trying to tweet it out. So, you know, I said that Mark S. Miller and his something Conquest of the Conqueror, Adventures of the Conqueror. I don't know what the fucking name of the book is, but somebody else wrote it. Somebody else owns it. Somebody else came up with the characters. Somebody else came up with the logo. Mike got hired to do an adaptation, right? Which, okay, so you're just kind of going through a book and highlighting shit that you know you need to draw? I mean, I'm not sure what that adaptation would be. Anyway, so he's saying it's his book, and it's like, well, it's not really your book. And then Vicky wanted to fucking try to flex that RocknRoll Ninja wasn't my book, which is something else that like JDA was trying to do, was say that RocknRoll Ninja wasn't my book. I mean, me and JDA are fine now. It's all good. It is what it is. But yeah, RocknRoll Ninja is absolutely my book. It's absolutely. And I don't even mean in like I've worked really hard on it. It's mine. Like, I believe I've earned it. No, like, it's legally just as much mine as it is Richard's or Chuck's. Right? So, I can go make t-shirts. I can go make cartoons. I can go make toys. I can go do whatever the fuck I want with RocknRoll Ninja. You okay? I can do whatever I fucking want with RocknRoll Ninja as long as I share the profits. Now, I don't think Mike can go do whatever he wants with the Conqueror.
Kitty's okay.
Did you drop the kitty?
It's okay. Kitty's okay.
Oh, okay. You want to put it right there? Was there two kitties or just the one?
Just one.
Oh, okay. Just give me 2 more seconds. Yeah, so this is why I need to like hurry up and like talk about this, because I have like more important things to do, like being a dad. So I met Richard, right? So Richard was doing his videos, and I was listening to him. And one video he said that the Marvel you want to work for, the Marvel that you want to work for, is dead. Right? And so that kind of like got me, because I've always wanted to work at Marvel. And you know, once Stan Lee died, let's be honest, Marvel died. And you know, you're not going to be able to work in this like bullpen, you know, where Larry Hama's going to walk by, or fucking Jim Shooter. You know, that's not real. So like that was a good bubble pop. And then Because in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, maybe one day Marvel will fucking knock on my door, because they don't take portfolios. But in recent years, it was like, well, I'm a white guy, and I'm a straight white guy, so I doubt Marvel's going to hire me. So then Richard said, I'm having a problem finding artists to work with. So I fucking reached out to him and emailed him. And I emailed him some samples of artwork, and I emailed him 2 story pitches. And I know he was busy, so the story pitches were like a sentence long, right? And I didn't use movies either. Like, oh, it's like this in this movie. Like, what if the person hadn't seen either one of those movies? Like, you're fucked, right? So I wrote out 2 solid pitches. And he was like, oh, I like this one. I have an idea. Let's roll these up together, and let's do something, right? Because I had already done a comic book with the United Nations, so I had already written, drawn, produced, and published a comic book already with the United Nations and UNICEF. So I knew how to do it. I know how to do it. So we were going back and forth. We're talking about how many characters there are. We're talking about the names of the characters. We're talking about their backgrounds. And the whole time I'm drawing, right? So this is what we're doing. So this is how, I believe in my ownership, and also, how the ownership in court would be fucking settled was, yeah, we sat there and we fucking drew this shit out together. Like, hey, how about this name? What about this name? Does he have a first name? No, he doesn't have a first name. It was back and forth, right? So that's ownership. Mayor's, your boy Zach, lived in New York, but he didn't fucking live in New York. You know what I mean? He wasn't a fucking grimy little fucking teenager, skating around fucking stealing apples, right? So I know the city, and I brought that to the table with locations of fights, all kinds of shit, right? So that was also my contribution. Not only that, I was designing the logo. I designed the logo. I designed the fucking presentation, the graphic design, the art direction of the whole book, right? So that was on me. Right, so once we started getting that, then it was like, hey, I think we're going to get Chuck involved. And it was like, holy fuck. So, Chuck came in, and, we had this giant table of ingredients. We had some beef, we had potatoes, we had celery, we had fucking cilantro, we had, fennels. We had all kinds of, we had a whole mise en place, a whole fucking, thing of ingredients that we thought was going to make an awesome fucking dish. And we knew what kind of dish we wanted, and Chuck came in and fucking sauteed it up and fucking served it. So that's why he's a partner, right? So I don't think Mike did any of that stuff, right? Mike was given a book and then he adapted it, right? And I don't think Mike came up with any new characters, not that I'm aware of, right? And I don't believe that Mike did the logo. Right, so there's no comparison. You're comparing apples and oranges at this point. It's not even apples and oranges. I mean, I don't expect you to understand because you're not a commercial artist and you've never done anything like this. And there's a big difference between collaboration and work for hire. And Mike is a work for hire. Mike's campaign that he's working on is doing phenomenal, and that's fucking awesome. Now, is he being a petty fucking shithead about it? Yeah, he is. I think so. I think he's a fucking little turd. I'm not saying go buy his book. I mean, I'm sure it'll look good, but it's just got no fucking heart. I don't know. I don't like any of his artwork. It just looks fucking robotic. I don't know. It's up to you. If you want to like it and buy it, that's totally up to you. I'm not saying don't. But it's not his book, right? So, this goofy fuck raised more money than any CG book in the last 2 years. Cool. And he's being petty about it, right? I mean, I don't know. But it's not his book. So he's worked for hire, and that's the difference. So that's the compare and contrast, right? Shay had a story. He has a story, and I think it's like a novel, right? I could be wrong. But I don't think so. I think Shay already had like a novel, right? And then Mike, he did an adaptation. I mean, I don't know. It's just not the same. It's not the same at all. So I do own RocknRoll Ninja, and I'm almost done with it. And we have plans for a sequel. So look forward to that. That'll be dope. Yeah, other than that, man, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I guess that's my fucking response to this stupid fucking tweet that just makes no sense, and it's completely fucking anti-CG goofy shit. It really is. And you know, I liked Vicky at the beginning because she seemed kind of fair in her criticism and critique of people. You know, hey, this book is good, this book doesn't look good, hey, this book is late, this book is on time. That's cool. You know, I appreciated that. And then it got into a point of, yeah, everything she was calling was bullshit. Doug Ernst coming out, revealing that he wasn't just like a fucking cool guy, that he was actually like making videos and producing fucking, you know, propaganda with music for a retard. Right? So it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on with that? And you like sided with Doug. Right? So it's like you didn't even need at all go, oh yeah, that is kind of fucked up. No, you were just like, yeah, Doug, well, of course, Doug. It's like, what? Then, then the next, so it was like, all right, well, whatever, Vicky, that's your opinion of the situation, right? And then, the Dale thing happened, you know, he falls asleep, you know, and you want to fucking argue that that's newsworthy when, we have campaigns in CG that are making over 200K, you know, that we have, first-time creators, who have industry experience, like Rnrn, you know, hitting 100K, and that's not news, but Dale falling asleep is news on fucking Bleeding Cool. Like, you argue that was legit. I don't understand how you could. I don't understand how you could, as like a fucking rational thinking person, when you look at the person's list of news articles that they put out, you know, Pokemon cards, this video game, this movie, hey, Dale falls asleep. Then it goes back to fucking a whole bunch of other random shit. It's like, where's the pattern? The pattern is fucking dog shit. And then you sided with it. So it's like, well, I almost, like, are you willingly fucking going anti-CG? Because that's what it feels like, right? And then Rnrn, after fucking months of dealing with her printers, you fucking side with her printers. Like, they fucked up her shit and said that they were going to fix it, and then they didn't. They were doing other people's work, right? And then there was rumors and fucking suggestions that these people that she was working with had outside comic book interests and outside people that they were working with who were fucking anti-CG. So, right? So they was like, oh, she's fucking CG? Let's go ahead and fucking pump the brakes a little bit on her fucking campaign or reprinting her books. Right? So, like, I mean, I'm sure there's more details of that, but finally Rnrn wants to fucking come out after several weeks, if not months, of fucking, like, dealing with these guys, finally calls them out. And you fucking side with the printers. I don't fucking get it. I didn't get it. So that was like, that's the third thing. And then, you know, there was like other shit too. Because I'm a guy. I can only remember like specifically so many things before it just becomes like a fucking vague fucking, you know, idea that you just fucking suck right now. And you're not like pro anything. You just fucking shit on everything that comes out. So yeah, that's my response to everything, and like why we're not talking, and why I don't want to talk to you ever again. Because it seems like it's hard to be friends with somebody who fucking lashes out at everybody else around you. You know what I mean? It's like we go to a bar and we're sitting there at a bar together, and you fucking swing at everybody that stops by that says hello. You know, it's really annoying. It's not fun. So, and I don't even want to get into like you mentioned my fucking kids in a tweet. That wasn't fucking cool, you know. If somebody's gonna talk about my kids, it's gonna be me. They're not for you to be used as fucking ammo in your fight against JDA. If anybody's gonna bring them up, it's gonna be me, and I'm not going to. So that was another thing. It's just like, fuck, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I guess that's it. I gotta get back to work. We gotta go outside. There's a walk that's gotta get done around the neighborhood. Somebody's gotta go count the turtles on the log. But yeah, RocknRoll Ninja's mine. It's mine as fuck. And even Richard has said that in updates. I put a lot of heart and a lot of sweat into it, and I'm sure Mike has also done that in his. But legally, he doesn't have shit, and I have ownership. So that's it. You guys have a great day. Holy shit! Look at all these fucking messages. What's going on, everybody? Later on, you guys have a great day. Hail CG. Peace.